Guys, so even though you might have your degrees, you might have your experience, you might be part of the FPA, you might have all of that, you're still going to lose customers, which means you really have to pick up your soft skills. Okay? And Vicky said earlier that soft skills isn't something the industry has really touched on. Yeah? Okay, you can't measure that, unfortunately, but I'm going to show you what it means by soft skills. Okay? So, now that you know this is the context and framework that we have to work in, it's hard to get a client, we lose clients, and our clients think we're dodgy people. Who wants to be a financial planner still? Hey, don't be shy, put your hands up. See, okay, great, so I'm glad you guys are here. This isn't an industry where it's where you put your feet up and just relax and money's just going to come in, okay? You really, really have to work, but it's really exciting, guys. When you see what you do for your clients, the sort of opportunities that you give to them when they go out and they take holidays, they get married, they go on overseas trips. It's a very satisfying feeling. So it's a very rewarding career. Okay, so this is the framework in which we're working. So as an advisor, we have to step into our client's reality. Okay, and what that is, that's all about understanding who you're talking to. Okay, because when we're at a, let's put it this way, who's ever been in sales? Okay, yeah, a couple of people. Do you know all of you will be in sales at one point in your lives? Do you know that? Every single one of you, regardless of whether you're a lawyer or a commerce guy. Yeah, but and I guess when you will become a in sales is when you sell yourself for your first job. Do you realise that? As graduates, when you step out, employers aren't going to look at your resume and just go, "Wow, he's got a commerce degree. Actually, he's done." Let's not talk about, here's my hand, let's shake, and you've got the job. Yeah, they're going to ask you questions. What have you done? Why should I hire you? There's a UNSW graduate around the corner. What about him? Yeah, who's USyd, right? I don't know if this is a safe environment to say these things. But really, guys, this is the sort of questions you're going to get. Okay, so then you have to go, well, okay, well, I've done this, I've done X. I know this guy in this industry. Look, I'm more than just my degree. I've also participated in a lot of community stuff as well. Okay, you've got to sell yourself, yeah. Okay, because I need to see, or employers need to see value in you. And as a financial planner, you will have to do the same for your clients as well. Okay, they're going to go, great, you've got a master's degree in financial planning. What else can you do for me? I need to know that you care for me. Okay, so this is their reality, guys. Okay, a degree is just a step. So the internal environment. Now we mentioned earlier that basically what they're seeing in the media at the moment isn't giving them confidence, right? GFC, scandals, dodgy financial planners, poor advice. That's their internal environment. They're scared, guys. They're scared. They're not feeling good about this. What do they believe in? They know financial planning is important to them. Whether they come and see us is a different story. Okay, that's the reality, guys. They know it is important. They don't know whether the advisor, the financial planner, is the right guy to see. Okay. It's funny how many times I talk about superannuation and my client goes, well, my accountant looks after that. No, he does not look after that. If he did, I would not be calling you. So that's their belief. They believe the accountants do everything. And to an extent, the accountant probably is the trusted advisor, right? Okay? I'll get it off topic here. Their values, their persona. So who is this person? So when you're 22, you're young, you might think, well, I don't have any money, I shouldn't see a financial planner. Well, you guys might be saving for your first home. Saving for an overseas trip, it's important. If you're 55 and over, you might want to protect your money. You might want to grow it so you have enough for retirement, okay? So what's their persona, guys? Limiting beliefs. Share market's bad. Cash is safe, okay? We know these are not very, these are very poor beliefs to have. So it's all about understanding who your client is. And I guess it's the same for your friends and family as well. When you're buying them a Christmas gift, what do they like? Where do we hang out? What do we, basic examples, yeah? Question?
This is a very, kind of covered it already, but how do you convince someone that, your role is very vital to their life? Because I believe a lot of people would think, oh no, someone else, I can manage it myself.
Yeah.
I know my budget.
Yeah.
How do you convince them that your role is, going to help them last longer?
Yeah, look, that's a good question. Look, we're in a world where we're a little bit more informed, a little bit more educated. I mean, information we have at a click of a button with YouTube and Google, right? Once upon a time it was Bob, right? Back of the book for your answers. Now it's Google, right? Ultimately, it's showing the client you care enough to go, hey, listen, I know you might be interested in looking after your own finances. I respect that, but let me just educate you. Let me walk you through what you might be missing, some of the gaps. Okay, so it's not about selling; it's more about teaching. It's more about educating. And I find out a lot of people these days prefer to be educated rather than to be spoken to. Okay, so that's the real thing. I think in any way, when would someone sell you anything? Right? Would they just go, "Hey, sorry to catch your name." Denise, you walked into a shop, look, check this out, features and benefits, you can do this, you can do that, it's great, blah, blah, blah. Or, hey Denise, talk to me. Why are you here today? What are you looking for? Being elsewhere, maybe I can, maybe this isn't the right place for you. Yeah, at that point, you sort of, there's more of a trust, connection there. So it's trust that will break down the walls to getting someone to, jump into your world, and that's what you need to do, is to pull them into your world. Okay? All right, so I talked about clients' limiting beliefs and the personas and what they value. Okay, so it's all about, the first thing you want to understand is breaking preconceived notions. So Denise asked me, well, how do we convince people, right? Because people have preconceived notions. You're just going to sell me, Mr. Financial Advisor. You're just going to shove a product down my throat. You just want my money. You don't care about me. So it comes out to an education piece of awareness, okay? For some reason, we tend to be more open to people who want to teach us rather than sold to. Next slide. So first, preconceived notion with clients with financial planning. Shares are risky. Who's heard that before? Okay? I've already given you an answer, but who believes whether that's true or not? Shares are risky, okay? You find out so many people out there, guys, believe that's the case, and they're not educated around that. Let me give you an example. These are shares, banks, credit card companies, Coles and Woolworths, Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Yeah, banks, they make good money. They make really good money in good times. They make not so much money in bad times, but still make money. Yeah. Credit cards, people still spend their credit cards in bad times. I do. It's my spending habits. Woolies and Coles. Who needs to eat even when the market goes down? Yeah. Who still goes to Coles? Who goes? Oh look, I'm not going to shop at Coles. I'm going to starve myself to eat margarine for the next 6 months and wait for the market to pick back up. Who does that? No one does that. And that's the sort of preconceived notion you guys have to really drill into your client. And what's interesting is, even though this is a very technical role, you need to know your numbers, you need to know your analytics, your risk analysis, your investment portfolio selections. You need to know all of that. A lot of the times your clients, they don't want to hear all of that. They just need to know, you need to break it down for them, very, very basic stuff. Right? You talk about too many numbers, it will just fly over their head. The only time you want to talk very technical, it really depends on the client. And usually they're either teachers or engineers. So ask 1,000 questions, and they want you to go deeper than that graph represents. So it's very contextual. Take these guys, you don't make it to apply. Look, in bad times, I don't know, maybe some of you do, but most people generally don't buy expensive luxuries in bad times. But this is what I mean by education piece, yeah? And this is just an example of what I do for clients. Some very basic stuff. Mums and dads have come in, got a lot of money, they worked hard, they saved up. I don't talk about like analytics and all that sort of stuff. It's really, hey guys, the banks, okay, that's how it works, right? So their reality, guys, not yours. Next slide, please. Okay, number 2, preconceived notion. Number 2, cash is king, right? Who's heard that one before? Yeah, money never drops. It's good. You can trust it. I can feel it. That sort of stuff, right? But most people don't realise that if you stick into a bank account after CPI, after inflation, what's the real value of your dollar? It's actually negative. They don't see that. They see the dollar going up. They don't realise They don't realise that the dollar buys less than it could, 6, 12, 18, 24 months ago. Okay. And they also forget about the inherent risk of not making it to retirement on time. Yes, you might look like you're not losing money, but you might not make it to retirement on time. What's the risk there as well? So again, guys, it's just education. Okay, I don't go, hey, look, cash is bad. You don't want to worry about cash. You want to talk about, look how sexy Westpac is. It's a big bank. You're going to make a lot of money in big banks, right? Or timber companies. I'm not doing that. It's an education piece. Okay, Mr. X, I understand cash is important, but we might want to understand what sort of risks are involved if you look at cash. Okay, so education. Next slide. Okay, so spot your trusted advisor. Who thinks it's this guy? Hands up. One hand. as a trusted advisor? Or who thinks this guy with the dodgy moustache and scissors and his greasy hair is a trusted advisor? Hands up. Literally, I can count, guys. I'm a financial planner. There's like 20 of you. 2 hands went up. Okay, we're going to try that again. Otherwise, none of you are leaving. Okay, trusted advisor. Who's the trusted advisor? Is that guy? What do you guys think? Hands up? Or is it that guy? Okay, you know what? I've got 4 friends with me. It's this guy. That's the trusted advisor. Are you guys surprised that this guy's a trusted advisor? Who is that, by the way? He's the hairdresser. Okay, guys? Now, it comes back to what I mentioned earlier. I said that we have to understand the client's reality, right? We have to understand what it means to be the trusted advisor, yeah? Do you know why it's this guy, not that guy? Because your clients have been getting the same haircut from this guy for the last 20 years. Okay? And they don't know you from above. So all they've known is, well, this guy's dodgy. Look at his suit, look at the BMW drives. He probably took counting people's money. you know? And that's the reality, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you, okay? And you're going to get that in any industry, whether it's financial planning, doctors, or whatever, okay? That's the reality. You're going to deal with that. But he is the trusted advisor because he knows your client, he understands them, he does not have an agenda. All he cares about is how well your hair looks, and that's why he's got that position as the advisor, as the trusted advisor. Even though you did all the degrees, you've studied hard, you paid 40 grand for a master's degree, you know, this guy is a trusted advisor. You know, the worst thing is, guys, his intention might be there, but because he read an article in the Sydney Morning Herald, right, 500-word article, that makes him a professional. And you know what? Your client's going to take that and run with it and go, look, I've already got an advisor. Like, it's down the road. Yeah, Jim's mowing, right? Okay, so we have to change that, guys, all right? We're going to get that. Look at us. All right, next slide. Okay, so what do your clients see? This is the preconceived notion number 3. They see this guy. Who's that guy? Used car salesman, right? I only want what's best for you. Okay? Okay, like really? Clients see sales tactics, high pressure, pushy, unethical, dishonest. Okay? And I'm sure you guys at one point in your lives, maybe not a used car salesman, but have met a sales guy. Oh, sir, is there something I can help you with? You know, how about this? How about that? Oh, you look great with that. Maybe try this builder. X, Y, Z. So we've got to step away from that sort of sales mentality. We're going to step away from this guy, okay? Next slide. Okay, so what do you see here, guys? What do clients see? Again, I'll come back to reality. What do we see there? Who's the first guy, real quick? Yeah, it's doctor. What do we see there? Lawyer. What do we see this guy? Calculator, okay? I mean, calculator, I mean, accountant. A calculator is bigger than the guy. But that's, you know, guys, it's funny, right? When earlier I said, what do you see in your financial advisor? I saw a used car salesman, like a lot of people out there. Not a lot of people, but some people. Do you know why they see a doctor as a doctor, a lawyer as a lawyer, and an accountant as an accountant? Or maybe lawyers not so much, maybe blood suction scanners. I'm kidding. It's because these guys, like Yuki said, are a profession. Yeah, they are a profession. They're not an industry, they're not, this isn't a hobby. These guys understand what they deal with. And you can see with all 3 of them, it's all about the client. It's all about relationships, isn't it? All 3 of them deal with someone, face to face. Accountants do tax returns, lawyers, you know, it could be conveyancing and doctors. Okay, so just give an example of a doctor. Who's, you know, can you imagine a patient? Like, I'd go into a doctor and I'd be like, oh, doctor, you know, I don't feel so well. And can you imagine the doctor doing this? Oh, Mr. X, Alan, don't you worry about it. I've got penicillin. Have you read about penicillin? It's the next and greatest thing. You know what? It'll kill bacteria. It's also you know, strawberry flavour. You know, it goes down really well with water. My God, you should buy it now. And look, you buy 2 today, I'll throw in another one for free. You know, who's seen the doctor do that? And I'm thinking, oh, Mr. Doctor, I've got a headache. He goes, don't worry, 30-day back guarantee. And if you want it, if it doesn't work for you, return it. Right? Who's ever seen the doctor do that? Okay? Because he's not a salesman. Okay, so he would never do that. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, guys, yeah? But, you know what doctors do? They take a diagnostic approach, right? A consultative approach. And that's what really, really good financial advisors like Vicky, you know, promotes, okay? So what does a doctor do when you're sick? Some questions? Yeah, what's wrong? When did this happen? Are you taking anything else at the moment? You know, do you have anything in your family history? Yeah, all these things, right? And then they go, okay, well, in that case, based on my analysis, I recommend, if it's penicillin, penicillin, right? So that's what a doctor does, and that's what financial advisors do as well. So I'd be like, okay, Mr. X, where are you now? How much do you have? Where do you want to be? What happens if you don't have this much by this time? Do you have a backup plan? What's your plan B? Rather than this is the best investment, Westpac's the best, double your money with Westpac. Yeah. Okay. Next. Okay, the trusted advisor. So arrow should be the other way around. Do we want to go from that to that? Can we change that before we send it out to all the guys? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so it's all about changing perception, yeah? Okay, next slide. All right, so how do we do that, guys? Okay, so look, massive brother with Vicky's slide, relational, not transactional, okay? So what's relational? It's long term. Transactional is short term. It's all about sell. I just want your money today, you just take my product. Relational, the advisor gets to know his client, their needs and wants, and only then does the advisor consider the product or service. Okay, that's a real advisor. Even if I get nothing for it, that's still an advisor, okay? Transactional is all about the product, and it's generally after a single sale. So guys, in our business, we don't sell a product. We sell a relationship. Because, for example, if I was to say, work with one of you guys. You guys are what, like 22? Yeah, thereabouts. The idea is I'd like to work with you for the next 50 years. I probably won't last as long as you do, but I want to work with you and your kids and their kids and so on and so such. Yeah, this is the financial planning. It's not, if life was stagnant, then yeah, I'd see you once, put a plan together, and that was it. But life changes, your income changes, your debts change, you get more debt, right? So you, as a planner, you'd be a long-term thing. Rather than a transactional thing. Okay, next slide. Okay, again, coming off relationship and transactional, it's pull, not push. How do we attract people rather than go out there and, hey, sign up with me. I'm the best planner out there. So it's reliability, how well you can do the job. Credibility, how long you've done the job for. And intimacy, how safe does the client feel around you. Okay? So these two guys, a lot of us are familiar with these two, reliability, credibility. I've got a degree and I've been doing it for like 10 years, yeah? A lot of people miss out on this bit, intimacy. How comfortable can you get with someone, right? You probably could get away with these two if you were a heart surgeon. You know why? Because if I was on the operating table and I was about to die, I don't care how rude my heart surgeon is, okay? I just want him to save my life. So it doesn't matter how comfortable I feel with him. If he knows what he's doing, then I'm okay with that. But intimacy, who's bought anything based on that alone? Intimacy. You might go, well, this guy doesn't know anything, or he's a bit strange, but I like him, so I'm gonna give him my money. I'm gonna give him my business. Yeah. Financial advice, I don't recommend someone buy on that alone, but people do. That's how powerful intimacy is. It's all about how well you can make someone feel comfortable around you. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Okay. So what do people buy into? It's you guys as the advisor. It's not CBA, it's not Westpac. They buy you, not CBA. Because chances are, if you move to Westpac, they would want to come with you. Okay, that's interesting. Westpac's a 200-year-old institution. Yet, someone who's only been on this planet for about 29 years, they'd rather follow. Okay, that's what you need to establish. What is your brand, your identity? People buy people. Do you guys agree? Okay. What is your story? So it's not just degrees of experience. Like earlier, I told you, I like cats, I like cancer. I think they are compatible with Pisces. Any Pisces here? And passions or life goals, okay? Hobbies, challenges in life, passions and goals. Why is this important to us? Why do we buy this stuff and not degrees and experience? Yeah? Because this for all of us, we have our own passions and challenges in life, right? It's a very emotional energy that's created when we focus on these things. And when we see someone else who's gone through these things, it's very easy to just follow them as well. Okay, next. Reframing. Okay, guys, there's a reason why people feel that financial advisors aren't great, and it does also shape your own perception of financial advice as well, right? Because you go, well, I don't like pushing people, so if I become a planner, then I'm really afraid to pick up the phone call because I wouldn't want to sell to I wouldn't want to be sold to. Why should I sell to someone else? Yeah, and I need you to change that framework real quick. I need you to change that mindset. If you can do that, that's half your job. Okay. when Denise mentioned how do we convince people? Because people I buy authenticity, I buy genuineness, yeah? And authenticity comes from really understanding what you do as a job. Because if I thought I was a salesman, even though I'm a financial planner, that's going to come across. And you're going to go, no thanks, thanks for no thanks, see you later. Yeah? But if you truly believe, hey, I really just have your heart, your best interests at heart, then they're going to pick up on that. Yep. So serving, not serving, just beyond pushing features benefits. It's about helping them seeing the solution. It's not about a product or service, okay? It's a necessity, not a luxury, right? People think they need money before they see a financial planner. That's like saying you need to get better before you go to hospital. Okay, that's what that is, right? You see a planner to make a little bit more money, not the other way around. And look, Vicky touched on these. Healthcare costs have doubled.